Short-term rental restrictions tighten amid overtourism and local turmoil. Here's an all-inclusive for you, but surprise, it's not at the beach. The path of love reopens. Do you have an unlimited appetite? Update on Ernesto. Stay tuned to find out more about these stories, bringing you the top travel headlines from around the world now. But first, welcome to BT Travel News. I'm Kathleen, and this is your World Travel Information Channel, giving you the information to help you make informed decisions so your adventures are the safest and best they can be. We also share insights into new and innovative ways to travel around the world. Now, on to the first headline. November 4th, 2022, New York City rolled out new proposals for short-term rentals. The number of short-term rentals plummeted in New York City after this proposal came out. Coming to fruition the first week of September this year are the enforcements of said requirements. Some of those requirements are registering with the city. Short-term rental hosts will be barred from renting out an entire apartment or home and must be present during their guests' stay. Fine for hosts who violate the rules range up to $5,000, depending on the violation. The law is holding booking platforms accountable too. They could face penalties up to $1,500 for processing payments from unregistered hosts. Airbnb called them, quote, extreme and oppressive, unquote, but a judge dismissed the lawsuit brought up by Airbnb. New York City may be starting a new trend of how cities can crack down on short-term rentals, a way of keeping rent down for the locals and lowering the number of tourists in attractive areas of big cities. Not everyone is unhappy by the new laws. Murray Cox, who is the founder of Inside Airbnb, an activist group that uses data to highlight what it calls illegal rentals and the dangers of gentrification in neighborhoods where absentee owners buy up properties to rent online. He said, quote, he was pleased by the ruling and the city's plan for action, unquote. Cox also told FocusWire, quote, we know that short-term rentals and Airbnb in particular have numerous negative impacts on residential communities, in particular, making less rental housing available and increasing the cost of housing in neighborhoods with high concentrations and other quality of life issues like constant parties next door, parking issues, and strangers with keys to your apartment building coming and going day and night, unquote. Dallas, New Orleans, Penang, and the European Union have all already made or are in the proceeds of making new regulations for short-term rentals. Not everyone has resolved that this is the answer to the problem, the cities of over-tourism and local housing issues. Bram Gallagher, an economist with AirDNA, said, quote, it's not a great tool for addressing the housing crisis, unquote. He further on went to say that, quote, the power that it has to lower housing prices is very, very limited and limited to very specific areas, which are generally not where we would find affordable housing, unquote. Time will tell if this helps large tourist cities with problems of over-tourism and unhappy locals. On to headline 2. You know all about the all-inclusive resorts in Mexico and the Caribbean and on all those beautiful sandy locations. However, what about an all-inclusive on a mountain resort? You may have heard of Club Med. They have access to more than 20 mountain resorts worldwide. Okay, we all know that all-inclusive has taken on a life of its own, and some places that claim it's all-inclusive is really not. So let's swoosh into what they actually offer on their all-inclusive package. According to the websites, it's accommodation, food and beverage, ski school if needed, lift passes with skip the line, airfare, transfers, kids activities including childcare, adult activities, and entertainment in the evening, as well as pre-arrival services through their what they call GO. A digital bracelet is your key to everything Club Med. Sounds pretty all-inclusive. The resorts themselves are located in Europe, Japan, China, and North America. Some are family friendly. Some offer direct ski in, ski out. All are English-speaking resorts and are located between 1 to 3 hours from major airports. They include jacuzzis and hammams, heated swimming pools, spas operated by world-renowned providers, 20 hours of meditation and yoga classes, evening entertainment, and a festive ambiance. However, some of these amenities are not included in the all-inclusive price, such as the spa services. They even have a snow guarantee. If 50% of the ski lifts close due to a lack of snow for 2 consecutive days in the resort where you're about to stay or during your stay, you can request to be accommodated in a Club Med resort where there is more abundant snow. Of course, this is subject to availability. Skiing not your thing? No worries. Club Med offers snowboarding, ice fishing, sledding, snowshoes, adventuring out in the snow, or even ice skating. However, not all of these are included in the price either. Okay, I love snow adventures, but wrangling kids into the mix is almost always more than it's worth. After doing this piece, though, I think I'll give Club Med in the winter on a ski resort a go on our next family adventure. Headline 3, Via Dell'Amore has been closed for more than 12 years now, after a landslide in 2012, injuring 4 tourists. This 900-meter panoramic route runs from Rio Maggiore to Manarola in the northern region of Liguria at the heart of Cinque Terre, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Refurbishment work was a daunting and joint effort between specialized companies, helicopters, and rock climbers due to the precarious position of the path. Now that it's open, visitors will need to book in advance on the website for a fee of 10 euros. I'll put that link below. Guides will be present during visits and will be limited to a maximum of 400 people an hour. It will also be a one-way route starting on the Rio Maggiore side. Quote, "It is a source of great pride for us to be able to return to the Via dell'Amore in all its beauty, uniqueness, and in complete safety to residents, Ligurians, and tourists from all over the world," unquote, said Giacomo Giampedrone, who is the commissioner for the safety work. So what's the significance? The history of Via dell'Amore path dates back to the beginning of the 20th century during the modernization of the Genoa-La Spezia railway line. A footpath was needed by the railroad workers to move between Rio Maggiore and Manarola during the construction of the tunnel between the 2 villages. The legend holds that this footpath became a meeting place for lovers from the 2 villages. If you find yourself in this area, make sure you take a moment with your love and walk the path. On to headline 4. If buffets, all-inclusive resorts, and all-you-can-drink packages are your thing, then this may be the airline for you. This offer was published just today. Wizz Air, based in Budapest, is offering this all-you-can-fly program for only 499 euros, approximately $537 per year. And the price jumps to 499 euros from August 16th, which is just tomorrow. The lucky travelers can start using these passes on September the 26th of this year, and passes is valid for any flight within Wizz's network. There's a caveat. Of course, there's a caveat. This airline will only offer 10,000 passes in this initial phase anyways. And according to the program's terms, travelers are charged a small 10 euro fee, approximately 11 US dollars, for each flight segment they book. The company also offers another program called Wizz Subscription Multipass for various countries, which provides 1 flight per month on all routes from a particular country, with a 12-month commitment, that is, of course. Please note that this is a company known for their low-cost flights and bare-bones service. In the US, there's a carrier called Frontier Air, offering a similar subscription program called Go Wild, which offers unlimited flights within their service areas. So if this is your thing, hop to it. There's a link below for your convenience. That takes us to headline 5. Here's what's happening with Hurricane Ernesto. Moving over record warm water, Ernesto is on track to strengthen to pummel Bermuda. The hurricane will create massive waves, perhaps even up to 40 feet high in the open Atlantic, that will spread hundreds of miles away. These elevated wave heights will bring rough seas and dangerous rip currents to the US East Coast, the Bahamas, and parts of the Caribbean into early next week. Puerto Rico is still suffering from flooding, power outages, and water supply shortages. Although not slated to center itself over Bermuda until Saturday, drenching rain and tropical storm force wind could begin as early as Friday morning over the island. The hurricane will create massive waves. Ernesto has also caused some cruise lines to change their itineraries. Although I am an avid cruiser myself, I don't do cruise news since it is already done very well by the Travel Scouts. If you want more cruise news information, please see their link below. Those who are in the path ahead of this destruction, please do your best to prepare. We will pray for all of those affected. Headline 6. Again, on the news of cruise, which I don't do. I wanted to let you know that the Holland America line will be opening for booking on August 29th for her 2026 Alaska cruises. I've been to Alaska more than 30 times. It is the place I go to recharge my batteries. If you've never been, a cruise is a great way to get an overview of all the magical and wondrous things Alaska can offer to an adventure. Reach out to your local travel advisor. If you'd like a suggestion, I'll put a link below for our favorite. Well, that's it this time. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell to stay in the loop of what's happening in the world of travel. Ta-ta for now. Wishing you safe travels and great adventures ahead.